I'll try as much as possible on the platform. Thank you one more time for being here. This is business growth and market optimization, and permit me to just kickstart because of the time that I'm going to be spending here. Business grow not for reasons. Business grows because there are factors, there are requirements for business growth. We optimize markets. Many times we find ourselves in a place, or some people find themselves in a place where they say there is nothing that can, work. And then they are shocked that people come from outside, or there are also people from within the place. Those people are able to optimize and maximize the market. So this is talking about internal work and external work. The business growth is the internal effort that you put, and then the market optimization is the external, how you maximize your market. And permit me to start this by talking about there are 4 things that needs to be in place for your business to grow. And this is very important. There are 4 things that need to be in place for your business to grow. Number 1 is information. First is information. Don't forget, I said internal efforts and external efforts. Every form of growth that happens on these two sides. There are things that you should do internally, working on your business. And there are things that should happen externally. That is how you call people into the business. But you can call people into the business and the structure is faulty. If the structure is faulty, something will still go wrong. And this is very, very important. So when we talk about business growth, there are basically 4 things that really matters a lot. Number 1 is information. Information that leverage that you are going to have. Information is a lot of leverage. And so when we talk about business growth, the first thing is information. In other words, what kind of information do you have in your hand? There are 2 types of information. There's what I call the general information, and there's what I call the privileged information. So people go all out, and all they do is to get the general information. General information only general needs. But business, especially at the level of growth, will always, meet up with some kind of challenges that I call specific challenges. And what it means is that the solution is not on the internet. The solution is not on AI. The solution is not on YouTube. The solution is not, name it. The solution is not in any of those things. Where the solution lies is in privileged information. Privileged information. And so when we talk about information, a very important factor for business growth. The second one is your strength. Your strength, the business strength, the business owner's strength, the strength of the staff, how these come together and it aligns. What do I mean by strength? I'm talking about your uniqueness. This is a static class. We have something that we call SWOT analysis in business. And it's not only even in business, because this is also at a personal level. It happens at corporate level, it happens at business level, and it happens at a personal level. SWOT analysis. So S in SWOT means strength. W in SWOT means weakness. O in SWOT means opportunities, and T in SWOT means threats. And it is often referred to as the strength and weakness being the internal factor, and opportunities and threats being the external factor. What does this mean? It means that your strength, when you want to do SWOT analysis as an organization, as a business, even as an individual, if you want to do SWOT analysis, what you do is first to sit and look at your business and say, what does my business have that others don't have? That is strength, and it is used to the advantage of the business. So some people is the ability, is the size of the business. To some people is the quality of information and quality of people that the business have. To some people is the rate of innovation. Possibly you have the generation that innovates, the kind of people that innovate. To some people, so when you look at business growth, you are talking about information and strength. Very, very important. The third thing is opportunities. Opportunities. Every time we talk about business growth, you have to think about the opportunities around. Now, this is external, just like I said. Information is internal. Information is what you take to yourself. Information is what you seek. You try to get information from different angles. That's information. Then strength is talking about your capacity, your uniqueness. What differentiates you from every other person? What differentiates your business from every other business around? And that is what we call strength. But the third one that determines business growth is opportunities. Opportunities. In other words, which opportunities are abound? Which opportunities do we have around? The kind of business that I'm doing. What is the opportunity in my location? Where my business is located right now? Am I in high opportunity zone or for that business? Because opportunities are everywhere. The only challenge about it is that based on the business that you have, I can tell you that based on the business that you have, the opportunities are going to be limited. And also based on the capacity that you have built, opportunities will always yield to you based on the kind of business that you do and based on the capacity that you have built over time. Some people know how to maximize opportunity, not just because of the business they are doing, because they have the capacity to quickly respond to people's need. It's the capacity. It's not something that anybody can walk in. Oh, yes. It's not something that anybody can just decide and say, oh, I saw that a lot of people want to eat in this place. So let me start a food business. And then they start, and after 6 months, everything starts moving. The truth of the matter, if you think about it very well, if that is the way it works, then virtually everybody will be in business. But you and I know that that is not the way it works. So opportunity is a major form of business. And I said that the opportunity will yield to you based on the kind of business. Yes, the kind of business that you do. No matter the desire for growth, somebody that is selling recharge card now does not have opportunity again. If there's someone that is selling recharge card, I didn't say airtime. There's a difference between the two. Somebody is still selling airtime, via phone. We give it to you for 800 naira for 5 gig. Oh, yes, some people are still selling airtime. However, for somebody that is selling recharge card is that thing that we put our number that you now take to slot in. To do that, there is no growth. Why? Because most of the banks, a lot of people right now recharge their phone from their phones. There's no need for any paper again. There's no need for anything again. So that kind of business has limited that business. And also the capacity, because I'm talking to you right now about growth. I want you to see how your business can grow. Oh, yes. And I'm saying that it is from 4 things majorly. Number 1 is from privileged information, not the general information. I told somebody one time, I said, you want to grow your business? Because the person is asking me, and he told me that it's always on YouTube. I said, let me give you one advice. YouTube will help your knowledge. I said, go and find a mentor. Go and get someone that possibly is doing what you are doing. Oh, yes. Get somebody that is doing what you are doing or that have done it, and then submit to that person. Listen to that person. Put your plans in the hands of that person. Let the person say something on that plan. I said, because I have discovered that knowledge can take you to a particular level. information gets you to where you want to be. There's a difference between the two. There is knowledge. That's what you get when you read a book. That is what you get when you go to a general seminar, a conference. But after the conference, said we are meeting with interested people. We just want 50 people that are interested in this thing. Then I'm asking myself, what have you people been doing to us since morning? You know, I attended a conference like that from 9 a.m. And by the time the last speaker was going to speak, that was around 8:30. He said, I'm going to put you in a platform. I just need 50 serious people. So the conference is free. And then these 50 serious people will pay 50K for 2 days. Then I thought to myself, I said, there must be something wrong with certain knowledge that was given to us. I said, because we have been here in this conference, we have listened to 6 speakers, six seasoned speakers. And then after the 6th, got to know that we need to now have one separate class. You see, that separate class is called privileged knowledge. That general one, that plenty people are there, is general knowledge. And you know what? I actually paid for it. And then I attended. And then I noticed that we're not even 50. We were maybe 21. And you know what? It was as if that is the main course. In fact, that's the main thing. Because what those speakers did not say on the, in the larger conference, it was very obvious. They began to tell us. Then that was when I understood that, oh my God, business grow based on information that are privileged information, not general information. The second one that I talked about is strength. That's what you do better than everybody. Your business grow if you have something to your advantage that you do better than every other person. Number 3 is opportunities. Opportunities. Now, like I said opportunity is going to be in the capacity that you have built and the kind of business that you do. The ceiling and limitation on some people's business today is because of the kind of business that they are doing. Oh, yes. There are businesses that right now, once I hear that you are doing it, I'll just tell you, start another business. Look for another income stream. This cannot be your only source of income. If it is your only source of income, you are going to be very broke. I said, because those businesses, watch out for businesses that requires money to run it. Oh yes, it's a strategy class, and I believe it's time for you to go back to the drawing board and look at business. What for business that really money, there is this term, money no dey finish. Oh yes, money no dey finish. It's not as if it's making money. It's that it takes money. Year 1, it takes money. Year 2, year 3, year 4. Even when you say you have grown, even when you say the business can now stand on its own, you discover that it's a lie. You were actually deceiving yourself because the business needed imports. It needed a lot of things. And so because of this, I am saying that you need to check opportunities. Opportunity is in the capacity you have built and the kind of business. The 4th one, which is possibly one of the most important, is people. Your business cannot grow with you alone. If you are the sole proprietor, if you are the only one, you are. So let me use myself as an example. I have a training business. I have a consulting business. I have teaching business. I have businesses. Imagine if I'm the only one. Now, what I'm doing to you right now, or what I'm doing for you right now, is an effort to my training business. But you know what? Every other thing, I have a program that's coming up on 29th and 30th, 2 days training. My own part is what I'm doing right now. Every other thing is being handled by my team. I have it because I know I cannot grow alone. I'm the one that has the knowledge. I'm the one that wants to share the knowledge. But with my knowledge, I cannot do it alone. If you go to my website now, you are going to find that training there. If you go to my website, you are going to see the write-ups. In fact, the person that did the write-up, I did not even know it. I went on the website that I saw that they've put it on my website. They've done the write-up. Why? Because I have a team that is working. That's what people is. That's what people means. There are so many people that want to grow, but the reason why they are not growing is because they are not working with people. The business requires people, but you don't have people skill. There's going to be a problem. Yes, the evidence that growth will not happen is when the business requires something, but you cannot feel it. You can't meet that requirement because requirement is very important to success. Requirement is very, very important to success. Understand this and understand it well. Know this and know peace. Requirement is important to success. If I want to travel from Lagos to Abuja and I want to get to Lagos to Abuja between now and 7 p.m., there is a requirement. The requirement is that I must take a flight. If I say, no, I'm going to go by road, I cannot meet up the 7 p.m. Maybe I have an appointment by 7 o'clock. I won't be able to meet up. If I say, no, I want to go by every other means apart from flight, I still can't meet up with the 7 p.m. You have to understand how this thing works. There are things that are required for growth. Your ability to meet those requirements will give you the growth that you are looking for. There are things required for profit in your business. No matter what, if you give it what it takes, you will have profit. There are things required for you to have customers, to be fully booked, I'm telling you the truth, to be so busy. Not just that you are busy alone, but more is also coming in. There is a way to go. Follow the way and realize that. If you don't follow the way, you cannot achieve what to achieve. You see, desire is an illusion until it is matched up with requirement and ability to meet the requirement. If you don't know the requirement, so if you want to achieve business growth, you need to understand the requirement, which is what I'm giving you right now. And then you need to meet up with those requirements. You need privileged information. In other words, information that is not in the hand of many. And where is that privileged information? If somebody wants to ask me, where is the privileged information you're talking about? Is it in a book? Is it on YouTube? No. You know, after today, you are going to approach things better. Privileged information is actually in the hands of privileged relationships. So there is general information and there's general and there is privileged information. But there is also general relationship and there is privileged relationship. General relationship will give general information. I'm telling you the truth. That's what I know. General relationship will give you general information. Privileged relationship will give you privileged information. There are things you will get if you go to Ikoyi Club. You are not going to get it by being even in a marketplace where everybody is buying and selling. No, you won't get. You will get it at Ikoyi Club. You will get it at so club. There are many businesses that have been sealed in friendship community, and the community can be online and it can be offline. You know, I told someone one day, I said, as I am, I'm not really the outgoing type. I'm really the going out person. Oh, so the person will say, oh, so how do you not get clients? I said, I always advise, if you are not making friends physically, be making friends virtually. Today alone, I've had more than 8, 9, 10 people send me message on WhatsApp that I didn't know before. Oh, yes. And you know what? I'm picking it up from there. I'm building myself. I'm building my network. It's so important that you have to place premium on people. If you think people will come and people will go, your business also will be on the spot. Don't have the mentality that staff will come and go. Don't have the mentality that customers, because when I talk about people, I'm talking about every other individual apart from you. And that is very, very important. Every other individual apart from you is what I meant by people. People will come and people will go. So when we talk about business growth, it happens on these 4 levels. On these 4 levels. Now, the question I want to ask you, which I want you to, if you can answer it, I would really appreciate it. Which aspect of this are you lagging behind? Which aspect of these 4 are you lagging behind? You ask yourself, do I have enough information that can move my school? that can move my business. I'm a fashion designer. I'm a school owner. I'm let's stay into air making. I'm doing, I'm a knowledge expert just like you, Coach Wale. I'm a consultant. Name any business that you find yourself. But as you ask yourself this simple question, do I have the information required? The privileged information. In other words, that information is not at the superficial level. The privileged information that I need to have a one before I can have it. Do I have it? What of my strengths? What of my strengths? What is my strength saying? In other words, what do I have that is different from every other person? And then the opportunities. What are the opportunities, that I have? And then who are the people that are working with me? Now, these things are very, very important. And please permit me to go on. So when I talk about business growth and then optimization of markets, how do I optimize markets? How do I maximize markets? That's what it means. How do I ensure that in the marketplace, everything that I can give them and everything they can give me is what I'm taking? Oh, yes, that's what optimization is about. That is what market optimization is about. Everything that I can give them is what I'm giving. Everything that I can take from them is what I'm taking from them. I'm telling you the truth. I told myself, I said, no, any industry that I find myself, I must optimize the market. I find myself education industry. I'm into education and I say it everywhere. I have the privilege of working with schools and I have the privilege of working with organizations. I'm teaching the schools and I'm teaching the businesses. It's education. I'm a management consultant at all levels. Today, you find me in the school setting. Tomorrow, you find me with a parent. Next tomorrow, you find me with a child. Another time, you find me in business space, in the workplace. I'm teaching graduate trainees. I'm teaching sales reps. I'm teaching, realtors. I'm teaching. And why? I said, I want to optimize my markets. I understand something. My market is not a location. My market is everywhere or every space that I can offer what I have based on what I am. So when we talk about optimizing markets, this is something that I want to introduce to you, and I want you to take it up and work it. Please, I don't think at every point in time you've heard about me talking about Ponzi scheme, how to bring money, and then they say, oh, you have to invest, you have to be multiplying your money. The one way that I know to be able to multiply your money, to be able to grow your wealth, to be able to get things done, is to understand the concept of business growth and understand how to maximize your markets. Because when you look at the richest in the world, they are not richest because they drop money somewhere and they're expecting that return to come like that. No, there is something about them. They have a product, they have a business. They turn the product to business. Then they allow the business to grow without them. Then the second thing about it is that they keep optimizing the markets. They keep optimizing the markets. Now, Elon Musk is working on mobile phone. Somebody that we thought as the end of his production, he has done SpaceX, he has done Tesla, he has done robots, he has done this. Now, he wants to make phone that likely, if the phone comes out, if we don't have other service provider that can go to the space to bring their network, that is bye-bye. When the phone comes out, that will be bye-bye to SIM card forever and ever. We will forget what is called SIM card. We will forget what is called masts. Oh, there's no network. I doubt it if there's anything that is going to be like a pole that is linking places. All this, they are digging the ground to be able to put fiber cables. There's nothing like that because your network, your connection, the person you are calling in Canada from Nigeria, you are actually tapping into the same network which is out of the world, which is in space. So that is someone that is optimizing market. You have to understand this is how things work. This is how it works. You have to, some days ago, even up to now, a lot of people are crying and they are wailing on CBEX. I think I have more than 4 or 5 people that called me at a particular point to tell me that, oh, Coach, bring your money, come and put your money in this thing. And I was very direct in my statement. I said, to what end? I want to multiply my money. I want to increase what I have. I also want to be drawn into the pressure of invest your money. You must be an investor. I said, but I can only invest the money that I have. I said, there are people that will put money in this thing and the money will go, but they don't feel it. Do you know why? Because they have a trying business. They have a way of bringing back the money. Then they have optimized, or they are optimizing their market. This is very important. And that's why I call this high impact session or strategy session. So Coach Wale, how do I optimize my markets? First, you need to identify your market. Then the first thing you have to do is that you need to initiate or create initial interests in the market. Everything that people are doing to get attention of people, to gain attention of their market. And let me say this, your market is not a location. Your markets are the people that you are sent to, the people that you are sent to, the people that you are sending, the people that need your product, the people that would want to sell to. These people are called your market. Please don't look at market as an immediate location. Don't look at market as something around you. No, we no longer define market that way. We don't. I have more than 7 clients from France. As I'm talking to you, I have more than one of them in me this morning. We talked at length from France. So nobody needs to tell me my market is in France. Whatever it is that got those people from that place, I have to do more of it. I have to put more. I have to pump more energy into that, so that when the number begin to come like that, you see, I'm in Nigeria. Is it possible? And I will tell you yes, that there's somebody that is living in Paris and does not have a job. And he didn't have a job because he didn't have anybody to engage in. And here I'm in Nigeria, I have people, I have market in that place. Don't limit yourself, please. It is a strategy session. It is time to rethink your market. It is time to have a proper perspective to market. It is time to have a proper perspective to marketing. And so once you understand market, you must create initial interest. You see, people really buy products. People buy what they are interested in. Prospect buy interest. If people are not interested, any other thing you are doing is falling on deaf ear. I see a lot of businesses that want to increase their sales. I see a lot of people that want to sell more, but they don't know how to initiate interest. They don't know how to lock interest. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Use social media, use videos, use content, come up with something that can interest the people. And I'm going to give us a case study. I'm going to give a case study because that's what the class is about. I need to be as practical as possible. But from that initiation of interest, the next thing is education. In other words, you need to speak to those people. Now that I got your attention, I need you to know how this thing works. That's what it means. Education. If you want to optimize your market, you must be master at getting attention. Get attention. There can't be interest without attention. Understand that. You can never have interest without attention. Check the things that you are interested in. There are things that first caught your attention. Look at Facebook, look at social media today, look at Instagram, look at TikTok, look at Snapchat, look at all the social media platforms. You will agree with me that there's something about them that make them got our attention. Then over time, we are interested. Now, if they decide not all the social media space for 2 weeks, it has been researched and it has been discovered that some people can commit suicide. People will commit suicide because of what? Why will they lock the social media? But what they have done is that they've been able to initiate interest in you. You have interest. You want to know more. And that is where education comes in. That is where you have them talking to you about education, educating you about the product, showing you why you need to buy, why their product is different from other person's product. That is education. Please, are you following me? If you are following me, please, I want you to go to the message and the chat box and tell me I'm following you. Please, if you are following me, I want to know, please. I'm so sorry. I love response. If you are following me, please let me know. Just tell me I'm following you. Just tell me, just put it there. I'm following you. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Oh, my God. Mrs. Babs, you are here. Oh, thank you so much. Olufumi, thank you so much. Yes, 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 yes. Fantastic. Wow. Oh, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. All right, all right. Let me move on. Thank you so much, Dr. Babalola Ojetunde. Yes. Okay, so you know what? By the time you create interest, oh, beautiful. By the time you create interest, you now educate them. You cannot educate people about what you offer without them having input first. Oh my God, Mrs. Akibade, thank you. I'll just be calling names. You have to first initiate interest before you educate them. Sometimes I see what people push out there to be able to, maybe market this, whatever it is they have, and I noticed that there's a lot of things that are still that looks educational, but it is not catching the interest. I can't look at what you are pushing out there and I say I am interested. In fact, one of the things I even often say is that when you are prospecting for your market, when you are prospecting in your market, the first thing that you need to pay attention to is that you need to pay attention to the interest. You need it. You need it. You see, as I am, I don't disturb myself with people that are not interested because I understand that in my market, there are people that are interested. Oh, yes. Because getting connecting with people like that is faster. Connecting with people that are interested is faster. And then after that, I now begin to work on how to make the people that are not interested. I now begin to work on how they can be interested. So I now begin to use testimonials of the people that have used my product. I now begin to use, conversation that I have to make them, because what will initiate market optimization, what will make you maximize the opportunities that you have in mind is first how you can create interest. If you cannot master interest initiation, you cannot really get to the point where you have a lot of people. People must be interested in what you are selling. People must be interested in what you are doing. People must be interested in what you are offering. Oh, yes. It's not just to get to a lot of people. You have to sit down and master it. That's first place. You have to think about it. What this my product? How can I package it in a way that people will be interested? I'm telling you, it's amazing. I saw a wristwatch on Instagram today. I followed one guy like that sells luxury. In fact, that's the height of luxury. And that was when I got to know that every Bentley, for every Bentley, there's a Bradley wristwatch. A wristwatch called Bradley. For every Rolls Royce, there's a Rolex. The Rolex is actually the wristwatch for Rolls Royce. And then for every Ferrari, there's a Richard Mille. Oh my God. Richard Mille is $1 million. $1 million. I saw the wristwatch today. $1 million wristwatch. I said, what? In other words, that watch is in the hand of somebody, and the cost of that watch is $1 million. How we buy it? But those guys, the reason why they create those things is not, they don't think about who we buy. They think about how to incite interest, how to initiate interest. I remember I was speaking to a school owner who was telling me that, I want to move my school fees from here to here. From what to what? Okay, I want to move my school fees to so amount. And said, I hope I won't lose parents. I said, no, leave all those thinking. That this is a strategy session. You can't be thinking of losing someone and have a productive thinking. The first thinking you should be thinking right now, because of this price, is how do I initiate interest? I said, because if you can master how to get people to be interested, no matter your price, you will get your people. Your people will locate you, and then they will buy. Because I just think about it. Who buys wristwatch for $1 million? $1 million. $1 million in Nigeria right now, if I'm not mistaken, that's like maybe 1.6 billion or 1.5 billion naira. Billion. Oh my God. I'm telling you. And that is the wristwatch in somebody's hand. And some people don't have one. Some people have 2, 3, 4. Wristwatch, 1.5 billion. Oh, yes. That can buy many cars. It can build many houses. Oh, yes. One wristwatch in somebody's hand can build many houses. And when they were creating that watch, I'm not looking at the people that use it because there are people using it. I'm looking at the people that were producing it. When they were producing it, what was going on in their brain? What was going on in their mind? What is happening to their head? How did they know that people will buy it? You know what? They don't know that people will buy it. And this is how I want you to operate your business. They just understand what the only thing they are concerned with is to create interest. Oh, yes. Just to make sure that it becomes a very interesting thing to watch. It becomes something interesting to behold. It becomes something interesting to hear. The news that follows that product, the things that you're showing, the testimonials that people are saying. It just keeps building interest. And once you have gotten to the point where you got the attention of the people, then you match it with education. So teaching me everything, showing me, teaching me, letting me understand why I should buy it. And from education, you move to transfer of ownership. Because before money can leave people's pockets in your market, I'm telling you the truth, people must own their decision. People must own it. People must not feel that you manipulated them. Oh, no. They mustn't feel, it must not be about, I didn't even know why I bought this thing. You know how many people have bought something before and you felt bad after buying it? You felt so bad. You just felt like, I think this person selling this thing is using something. Because I can't imagine. So you've paid, you've done everything. In fact, you've taken the product, you've taken it home before you now discover that is something wrong with me. That one is using something. And the reason for that, if they tell you later that you need to go and buy something from that place again, you notice that you won't want to buy something. That's why in your business, you must also learn how to transfer ownership. Let the people buying, let them know that yes, I am the one that I own my decision. I'm the one that is buying this thing. Oh, yes. Don't be too pushy. Don't push them. Don't try to, yes. So when there is transfer, and how do you achieve that? How do you really achieve that? You are not pushing with your work. You just make sure that your interest, you keep at the interest building, you keep at the education, and then you give them a timeline. Oh, yes. You give a timeline to be able to say that, yes, this is going to be going so time. That's number one. Number two, you provide options. You see, if you don't know why iPhone, there is iPhone 14 Pro, there is iPhone 14 Pro Max, there is iPhone 12 Pro, there is iPhone 12 Pro Max, there is iPhone 11 Pro, there's iPhone 11, and then there's iPhone 11 Pro Max. And they release the three at the same time. The reason for that is because they want you to take ownership. It's a psychological process. It's a psychological thing that there is in the same plane that is using the same engine. There's an economy class, there's a business class, there's a first class. I'm telling you, what are they trying to do? They are trying to create a sense of ownership. Every time you want people to own what they buy, them option, give them one or two things. You know, that's what happens many times. Whenever people feel that they don't have an option, it's you are the one that owns the two options. Not that you are giving them another product from other person, but you are giving them the same option. Oh, yes. You see, so when they say it is this one that I have, psychologically, they feel in charge. They feel yes, one that chose yes. And that leads to them rationalizing it. That's the point where you now speak to their logic. This is the point where you talk about the features and you talk about the benefit of having your product. In other words, when you are at the rational level, because from interest to transfer of ownership, there is nothing logical about it. This is why buying decisions or purchasing anything is first an emotional venture. If you are not good in selling emotion, you cannot sell well in business. Please, let me repeat myself. If you are not good in selling emotionally, if you cannot latch onto emotion, you are not going to sell well. Oh yes, I ask you, why should I buy clothes from you? Maybe you're a fashion designer. Why should I buy my clothes from you? You say, oh, because I'm the best in the market. It's a lie. That you are not speaking to my emotion. You are not. You are not. But you said, why should I buy from you? Then the next thing you're telling me is that, well, I don't know, but so person. Do you know this man that was on television day before yesterday? He just left me right now. He left with 2 bags. It's emotional because you have given social proof. You have showcased that there are people of standard that are patronizing you. He's an emotional selling. People will follow you more than telling them that, hey, we are the market. This phone, the reason why you should buy this phone is that the phone in itself, it's AI embedded. The person that wants to buy does not understand AI. It doesn't understand AI. You are the one that knows AI. You are the one that knows the specification and everything about the phone. It is better you talk about all those things in the rationalized level. But you have the phone and you said, if you own this phone, it's not in the hand of men. People will just look at you and they tell you have made it. Hey, are you serious? Oh, yes. Do you know that's the concept and the idea behind some of the products, some of the things that we have today. Please go on because of the time that we have. So you have to optimize the markets. And please permit me. So to optimize markets, I said people buy in process. People buy in process. And that was why I took you through the interests, education, transfer of ownership, rationalize, and decision. Help them to make decision, or they make the buying decision by themselves. People buy in process. Number 2, great businesses don't sell to people. I just show you how not to sell to people. Oh yes, great businesses help people make buying decisions. That's what I'm showing you. You help people to make buying decisions. People make buying decisions by themselves. They just look at it and say, oh my God, I think this is what I need. Okay, so I want to give us a case study. Okay, optimizationism. I want to give us a case study of Rough and Tumble. Oh yes, I want to give a study of Rough and Tumble. I don't know how many people here knows Rough and Tumble. If you know Rough and Tumble, let me see. Maybe you should raise your hand, or you can tell me in the chat room. Let me see how many people knows Rough and Tumble. Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay, thank you. I do. Fantastic. Rough and Tumble. Oh yes, I can see. Yes, Olufumi. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so let me. The reason why I'm asking this, I don't want to assume that everybody knows. Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Akinbadi. Thank you, ma'am. So Rough and Tumble is a clothing brand. It's a fashion brand for kids, for children. Oh yes, it's a fashion brand for children. They make clothes for children, and it's over 20 years that they've been in operation. They still make clothes for children. And Rough and Tumble is one of the if you count businesses in Nigeria that you can refer to as export businesses that Nigerians are proud that it came from Nigeria. It is Rough and Tumble. One of it would be Rough and Tumble. I so many times I still sit down and think about it, that how these people, how they did done without adding, I'm being sincere with you. So this case study, just to buttress what I'm sharing with you right now, they maximized, they did a lot, but let's see together, Rough and Tumble, their logo says making kids happy. From their logo, the logo even depicted the color of the logo. The name of the business is children that get themselves rough and then they tumble, just like a somersaulting or something like that. So as from just the name and logo, you already have a business. But you know what? For 20 years, they've been operating, they've been working, they've produced different clothing lines, they have different brands for children, for girls, for boys. They've done a lot of marketing, they've done a lot of things, and a lot like that. However, something struck me. Number one thing that they move, which is the first thing that I shared with you, interest. They keep upgrading how to get kids now, or parents, how to get them interested in some of these things. I was shocked when I knew that there is Rough and Tumble on PlayStation. There's a game. There's a game that is actually created called Rough and Tumble, and it's on PlayStation. Oh, yes. Now, what is that aim? What is the essence of that? The essence is to be able to, I told you, you have of the major activity in your business is to keep improving interest building. When people lose interest, you're out of business. If people keeps getting interesting, if your business keep getting interesting every day, and people getting interested, you have more people. I'm telling you, whatever you run, whatsoever, while we're looking at yesterday's posts, another post shows up again. I wonder, I subscribe, I'm on Netflix, and sometimes, and because that's how I unwind. Some people, after doing plenty work, they unwind by hanging out with their friends outside. But I unwind by being indoor, spending time with my family, and I love seeing movies, So I just wondered why Netflix will keep adding movies. Right now, it's as if they're adding movie every day. Recently added. And I thought about it. Why are these people? And because they understand the psychology of people. If people will continue, what it means to subscribe for 7,000 naira every month. And the only thing is, what I saw in January is what I'm seeing now. Even though there are plenty movies there, but I have to be searching. No. So they keep building the interest of people. Even when some people say, I'm no longer subscribing, they put the interest again. Your business must move from information to interest. Information saying that, oh, we have information about our products. Now, we have a product, it's going to build the interest of people. See, let me tell you, it's not about dancing on internet. It's not about doing gimmicks on internet. If you don't want to do dancing, just make sure you are doing something that is quick, that is building interest of people. Some businesses only write because they have mastered how to write. Oh yes, they use writing to stimulate interest. The people that are dancing, they are dancing to stimulate interest. I'm just sharing with you right now the strategy that works. Oh yes. Don't just be looking and say, oh, why are people not coming? Why are people not doing this? Why is it that they're not doing this? The more people get interested in you, the more they are patronage. If people are not interested, this is Rough and Tumble. Their market is children market. So they look at it. What are the channels at which we can keep building the interest of these children? So they move the children in the place of game so that when that child gets to mall, when the child gets to the mall, and then he sees Rough and Tumble, he says, Mommy, this is what I want. Why? Because there is something about PlayStation that he has been playing a game and he heard about Rough and Tumble. You see that? They have mastered it. So ask yourself this question, everybody, as we go, I'm trying to round up now. Ask yourself this question. What am I doing in my business to stimulate interest of people? What am I doing in this business to stimulate people's interests? Don't just show up every day. Don't just be posting. They said if we post every day, people will be coming. If we post every day, people will come. No, that's not the way it works. So understand that is not the way it works. You have to understand that if you are posting every day and people are not getting interested, or the people that are getting interested are not the people that should get interested, posting can be a waste of time. Oh, yes. You are just looking at the number of likes. Well, so what I'm saying is you must stimulate interest. Number two is that the second thing I noticed about them is that they moved from store to schools. Oh, yes. Amazing. The Charterhouse Lagos, the Charterhouse school that started last year, September, the 42 million naira school. Yeah, 2 million. I hope you know that that is their own way to get attention and interest before they start. I don't know what happened, but they successfully put that narrative in the atmosphere. Everybody started the school with 42 million naira. What are they going to be teaching there? What is the strategy of the entire Charterhouse as a school? And so before they started, the news spread like fire. It was on blogs, it was on the internet, it was on websites. Everybody talked about it. And what was that? Interest. Because the minute we heard it, Charterhouse Lagos is starting. They say it's 42 million naira. Why do I have to put my school fees out there? It is because I want the people to be interested in it. So everybody follows it. Oh, this one. There are so many school owners that went to their Instagram page, that went to their website to go and check. They went to see the picture of the school. So it's a marketing strategy. I'm telling you, you want to optimize your market? Oh my God, you must make sure that. So that's not where I'm going. No, that's not where I'm going. I'm just telling you. But look at it. Rough and Tumble decided and said, no, we don't want to run store alone. Because if we say we are running store, for 20 years, we have been running the store. We are waiting for the children. No, we want to go and meet them. We want to go and create interest in them. So you know what Rough and Tumble, you know what they do? Rough and Tumble makes uniform right now, as you will see in the slide. This is where Rough and Tumble is the one that makes the uniform for Charterhouse Lagos. And there are some other schools that are also very expensive that they make uniform for. Oh yes, one of the senator's wife in this country, in Nigeria, has a school. And I know, I've been there once. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because you see how a business, a brand is optimizing the market. That if we are doing something for kids, we must do something for school. So they moved from store to schools. Look at it. And when they got into the schools, I was thinking the form that they do, but Rough and Tumble, they moved from collection to culture. Rough and Tumble right now is embarking on something called Ankara, so that there are schools that are doing traditional days, and Rough and Tumble is the one that makes the clothes and the dressing for those children. So if they make Ankara for a child on the platform of the school, the parent is informed that the Rough and Tumble store, because now if you go to those stores, you now find the ready-to-wear Ankara for children, for girls, for boys. I'm telling you, I thought about it, I said, oh my God, this is strategy. This is what I'm talking about. So as a business, look at it, just look at it. They explore the market. They are still dealing with children, but the approach to the exploration is now different. And it happened on the platform of, of strategy. It happened on the platform of, I want to optimize. Let me optimize my area. Let me optimize my market. They know their market. Their market is the children wears, and they understand it. And then the next thing for them is to be able to get the steps that optimization to be able to move it. If you go to their website right now, you will see that they moved from collection to culture. Oh, yes. They are no longer talking about collection again. They are now talking about culture. They are embracing culture. I tell you, it's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, God. Another one. Oh, my God, it's 5 o'clock. Oh, yeah. We have spent 1 hour. Let me just spend like maybe 10 minutes more so that I can quickly put it to wrap. They also, this one is so shocking and so surprising. They also move from kids to pets right now. Oh, yes. They do what they call the dog coats for dogs. Amazing. And then you're going to look at it and think, oh, who will buy this? People are buying it. The cost is the amazing thing. But when their strategy is right and the interest building game is right, you must get your interest building game well. No matter what you do, no matter the service that you render, no matter the product that you offer, no matter the business that you do, you must get your interest building game. You must get it right. Your game must be tight. You see, I'm doing this training now. This is free training, but it's my interest building training. It's my interest building game. Oh, yes, I give you a free training like this. This is just, I think this is slide number, if I'm not mistaken, this is my maybe number 6 or 7 slide. And this slide is 31 slide. I have 31 in this slide that I'm sharing with you. But you know, that will take me to quickly talk about my forthcoming program that is coming up. I have a 2 days intensive time of business management and training. This business managers bootcamp trip is coming up on 9th and 30th of this month. 29th and 30th of this month. It's going to be an amazing time. Amazing. I'm not the only one that is going to be speaking. I have some James Bond that is going to also be with me. It's 2 days. It's dead. I have people that are going to be facilitating. You know, we're going to be speaking about people management, team leadership, critical thinking skills, managing team conflict, emotional intelligence, personal effectiveness, and exemplary leadership. It's going to be an amazing time. Please, I want you if you can, I want you to be ready and I want you to attend with your full chest. Oh, yes, yes. The fee is not expensive. It's just 50,000 naira. Oh, yes, it's just 40,000 naira. And really, I have a special discount. The 40,000 is not 40K like that, but I have a special discount for anyone that is interested and says, oh, Coach Wale, I want to be part of this business managers bootcamp. Trust me, it's amazing. The amazing thing about this is that currently we have 5 people that have registered, and 2 out of those 5 people are actually students that have businesses on campus. I was blown away. I'm telling you the truth. So this is going to be an amazing. So I'm doing this training. In case you don't know, I'm doing this free business optimization training as my own interest building game. I'm telling you, and I don't know if I have done the interest, if I've built the interest, because if this can be like this, how much more these business managers would come. It's going to be an amazing time, I tell you. It's going to be so huge and so fantastic. Okay, at this point, I want to stop now to be able to take 1 or 2 questions. So please, if you have any question, I want to appreciate you for being like this. Oh my God, I still have 17 people on this platform. Please, if you have any question before I go or before we end the class, I would really like to possibly type or you can speak if you have any question. If you have any question, please, you can ask, you can type it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. You can now mute yourself and ask the question. Thank you very much. Any question?